Hey guys, today we're going to be learning the history of Halloween, so stay tuned and watch the entire video so that you can have Halloween facts for the upcoming holiday. Alright guys, so in the spirit of Halloween coming up, I want to do a video going over Halloween and how it came to be and what really made up the tradition. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start 2,000 years ago with an old Celtic tradition known as Samhain, right? So Samhain was a festival that came at the end of fall and the beginning of winter around October 31st, very similar to where we celebrate Halloween today, right? And it was built around this idea that this was the closest the two worlds were going to be. Quotes worlds as in the spirits were coming to our world, right? So they have this tradition where they believe the spirits are very close to our world or even entering our world. So they decide that they're going to ward off these spirits using bonfires, existing as a community, dressing up in animal skins, dressing up as monsters per se, big animals to try to scare away the spirits. So we kind of have this basis, right? So this group of people is gathering together. They're dressing up in animal skins, which are similar to costumes, and they're, sacrificing food. They're having a feast. They're building a bonfire. They're celebrating, but also warding off what they presume to be evil spirits, right? So that's where we're starting. And then, so these people were taken over by the Romans, and the Romans were pagans, meaning they worshipped many gods, right? So they had gods of death, of the underworld, etc. So they don't really fear ghosts as much as the Celts did. So they kind of merged this tradition where, we're kind of warding off evil spirits and start making it into more of a celebration. Where they start celebrating the past people, the dead, the ghosts per se, but they don't, and they keep some of the traditions. They dress up a little bit. They still have like bonfires, but it's not the same severity as it once had. The next iteration is really going to be All Saints Day, and All Saints Day comes from a Catholic tradition, so we're in around the 8th century here, and it really starts to become something more of, okay, we're celebrating those who have passed, the martyrs, the saints that came before us. In really, we're not projecting away spirits now. We're really celebrating those who have passed before us. And like I said, the martyrs and the saints. So think of this. We started as a festival, a gathering where we're warding off spirits. And over time, we get to the Romans, where they start celebrating, the spirits a little more, so they're not really scared or spooked by this. And then we add in a Christian tradition where we're celebrating martyrs, which is obviously a very positive thing in that community. So this kind of leads us to Halloween in America because, we have a big abundance of Christian culture. And this is now, Halloween is a fun holiday. We're no longer warding off spirits. It's really a celebration of the past. We definitely see the celebration from 2,000 years ago, as in we dress up in costumes. We kind of celebrate abundance with candy, right? Candy is a very cultural abundance thing. People always didn't always have 10-cent candy. Even 100 years ago, candy was really seen as a specialty, special occasion. So that's why we have candy. And now it's really like a party, right? It's not warding off spirits. It's not scary per se. It still has scary elements, but we have definitely moved on to more of a celebration of the dead and our past people that have, gone beyond. And I kind of wanted to break down some interesting facts about symbols and stuff that we do in Halloween because I thought they were interesting. So the jack-o'-lantern, which we see all the time, right? It originally started in Ireland and it was turnips. They carved turnips, but this wasn't really the easiest thing in the world. And when people started selling in America, they saw the pumpkins were huge and very easy to carve, and they just took them over as these jack-o'-lanterns. The costumes, like I said before, really burns back to that Celtic tradition, that Celtic tradition, where they dressed up to scare off spirits, right? So we're dressing up, but now it's more of a celebration, but it still turns back to when we were trying to ward off spirits, right? So same thing with the spooky decorations. We kind of have this idea of, okay, these spirits are coming close to our world, but now we're just celebrating them in kind of a fun way. And candy, like I said before, the candy is really an abundance thing. Um, modern culture, very, very modern as in like the last 20 years, we have candy in super abundance, but 40, 50, 60 years ago, candy was much more of a celebration thing. And that still is carried over to today. You still see it. People give out candy for Halloween and Christmas and stuff like that because it was seen as a specialty. Now it's much easier to get, but that tradition is still carried over, which I think is cool. And haunted houses are kind of just a play back in that old tradition of the merging of the worlds. We're close to the spirits, and it's kind of fun to be a little scared in today because we really, we like a little bit of thrill because most of us live pretty monotonous lives. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great Halloween. Think about these facts as you're going through Halloween if you find it fun like me. And don't forget, like and subscribe, and comment down below what you're planning on dressing up for as Halloween, or if you're watching this after, what you did dress up for Halloween. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe.